Hello, my name is Robert Davis, and I'm applying for the VEX Robotics Scholarship at WPI. This was my first year ever doing VEX Robotics, and I enjoyed every minute of it. For the competition, my team came up with two different robots. Our first robot had a lift mechanism in the front. That way, we could pick up a goal and move it with our robot. We would then use our conveyor belt to roll over the rings on the ground, pick them up, and dump them into the goal that we were carrying. We also had a lift mechanism in the back, so that way we could grab the taller goals and bring them to our side. This was done by as the bar coming up, the string would come loose and snap the lift mechanism down into place, so that way we could actually lift. Our second robot, its sole purpose was to grab a goal and bring it back to our side. The bar, right here, was used during the autonomous period. Initially, it is parallel to the ground with 3 rings preset. Then, when the autonomous period begins, the robot drives forward, grabs one of the goals, flips down, dumps the 3 rings into the goal, turns around, and brings the goal back to our side, so we scored the point for the autonomous period. This robot, however, had difficulty getting up the ramp. Now, I came up with 2 solutions for this. The first solution was to add fabric to the wheels. That way, it could get more traction going up the ramp. The second solution that we ended up going with was to create a modular system. We had a speed motor and a torque motor for the system. The speed motor was used in competition for circumstances when we wanted to get out quick, grab the goals, and just bring them to our side. The torque motor was used for circumstances that we wanted to get up the ramp. Now, we had them attached in the back by 2 screws, and that if we wanted to swap them out in between rounds, we could just quick unscrew, take off the one motor, put the second motor in, and rescrew it in. And this would all depend on what we and our teammates thought we wanted to accomplish during that round of the competition. This robot also got flipped during one of our rounds. After it got flipped, I realized that we didn't have any weight in the front, so I added metal to the front of the robot so that way our weight was more evenly distributed. Also, when we got flipped, our one gear right here for the lift mechanism broke. Upon looking at it, I saw that we used plastic gears, not metal. So I took out the broken plastic gear and also the plastic gear on the other side of the lifter and swapped them both out for metal gears, so that way they would not break again during the competition. The team as a whole worked well together. Due to my engineering classes I've taken, I was good at visualizing where we should place the different components of the robot and where we could improve it. Others on the team had good hand-eye coordination so they could focus on the driving. Also, there were some who were good coders, but not good at building. They worked on the code for the robot and how to make the autonomous work. I showed leadership when I delegated work to others at practice so we could get both robots made. This was important so that way we could test the robots before the competition. During the testing, we had used aluminum for the lift mechanism, which upon testing we realized that the aluminum would bend under the strain. So we swapped it out for steel, and did not bend under the strain. During the competition, I also showed leadership. My job was to make sure the autonomous part of the robot worked, and also fix anything that broke on the second robot. However, our driver, Aiden, for this robot, he had difficulty figuring out how to get the robot up the ramp. So I showed him how to get the robot up the ramp. That way, when he went to drive during the competition, he was able to get the robot up the ramp. It was an amazing experience doing VEX Robotics, since it shows you what it's like to work as a team, the design process, and also how to adapt quickly under pressure. Thank you for your time.